I was excited to play something that was closer to reality on television, because you get that in film a lot. It's, I think, it's slowly, I think, happening more on television. It's newer, I think, to have those kinds of performances. So it was the whole thing was very like experimental and fun. The way we shot it was, you know, the format of an independent film and tiny crew and very little lighting, and so it was a very cool opportunity to go into television doing it that way. Well, we wanted to talk to girls who were not coming from an oppressive background, because that's not the story. The story we wanted to tell was a girl who actually found it empowering and enjoyed it, and which is something I never even thought of before. And so when they brought it to me, I was like, that doesn't happen. But then I was like, wait, I don't know that. I'm just like assuming that. So that was something I was very interested in. Like, is there people who actually like enjoy doing this and like get off on it? Because that's like very bizarre to me. And there are. And I opened this like whole thing up, and so that's who we were looking for, was girls who enjoyed it. That was actually like the thing I was the most interested in. Like, do you have feelings for your clients? And they did. It was actually very sad, because a lot of them had stories about, you know, they would have feelings for a client and the client would have feelings back, but because of the circumstances they could never be together, and sometimes they would be in like high positions, and I don't know what their jobs were because she didn't tell me, but they were like kind of known, or I don't think she meant like famous people, but just in whatever area they work in. I think she's just a very practical girl who likes sex and you know, all these things that, you know, like would be okay if a man felt that way. Like, I just want to have sex or whatever, or you know, I just want to be an asshole today, or not talk to this person or whatever. And as a man, if you're like that, it's like, oh, he's a guy. And if you're a woman like that, you're like, oh, she's a bitch, or she's a whore, or whatever, like all these terrible things.